live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Mick Strawn.
Are we ready to go?
Oh yeah, I was trying to work on an introduction for this.
Okay, good. Something
All right.
special here, buddy.
I'm gonna try to channel the director of this movie.
Okay.
See. That was a great movie, wasn't it? I don't know if that was good. This was good. I love Adolf. Adolf is my friend. I don't know why I started sounding Japanese there,
Wow, that was an alto version of Japanese Hitler. So, have you been able to roll all of the Axis powers leaders into one? Because I don't think you hit Mussolini right there.
Okay, I think I know the key to this.
Yeah?
I need to relax. Okay, hold on. That was a very good movie, wasn't it?
Yes, that was
better?
much better.
That's more of an evil axis of power. I don't know what that was.
Wow, that was actually kind of disturbing.
I need voice lessons.
So, are you going to describe us and pull us in?
Well, can I just say that I think one of my new favorite directors is obviously Taika Waititi without giving anything away.
Dead on.
Yes, I mean, I got to go see more of this guy's movies because I think I'm giving away already what I feel about this movie. But
well, there's no doubt that I am. I have to say that this just knocked my only 5-point movie right out.
Right. Yes. Well, do you know the connection here? He played the vampire on What We Do in the Shadows, Viago, the fancy one.
Right.
And he was also the voice of Korg and Thor, Ragnarok.
Right. Exactly.
So this guy snuck up on me and like hit me in the back of the head. Said, "Look at me, I'm a great director."
Man, I mean, I walked out of there speechless. I walked out of there with Ian. Ian and I just came from it, and the two of us were just absolutely speechless. It is to me the perfect film, and I might add, an outsider's film. I want to say that the fact that he's from New Zealand, and I've been in New Zealand before for a long. New Zealand has sort of an outsider's view on everything, and I think that outsider's view, sort of an observational thing. They have kind of that ability to look at the rest of the world and not be immediately connected to it, and to see it for what it actually is.
Oh yeah.
And boy, there could be no better example of that than this.
The whole thing is, I mean, it's the most amazing satire I've seen in a long time.
Well, you know what? But here's what's weird about it is there isn't bite to it. You know what I mean? I mean.
Yeah.
Ian.
Well, there is bite to it, but it's in a different way. Like, so the satire, the humor part of it, was just showed how ridiculous Hitler was and how stupid the whole thing was.
Right.
And but the bite to it was crushing when I mean, I got pretty emotional during that. There's one scene that involves a bomb.
Well, exactly. And the thing is, but it doesn't have a schmarmy kind of, hey, look, I'm a filmmaker kind of point of view. You know what I'm saying? No. I mean, it was very heartfelt and very, and the combination of that with the look of the film itself, the production design is amazing. It's very focused. It's very cheerful in a way.
Yeah.
For
colorful. Yeah.
It's very colorful. There's a world weariness to Sam Rockwell's part that
oh God, Sam Rockwell was amazing.
he was just amazing. And
compare
yet,
that to like 3 Billboards and then this, it's like, wow.
Right. Oh wow. Yeah. and at the same time, you know, there's just something in there that is so to the heart.
Oh yeah, it went straight to my heart. And like, so one thing that I found really interesting, this shifts tone like constantly, but somehow it works. How does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, but because I'm saying it's real. I mean, because the world shifts tone, and this film is looking at that, and it's somehow or other. It's not making a judgment on it. It's letting the world make the judgment on itself.
Yeah,
the world that you're seeing. Oh, just absolutely amazing.
Well,
and the
I thought he was
and the photography.
Oh yeah,
just the direction and
the actors. I mean, Scarlett Johansson and I mean the kid actor was amazing too, and that was like his first big film.
Right, and he was amazing, and Scarlett Johansson was just achingly real, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and funny, absolutely hilarious.
And what she had to do to kind of protect her son and protect her family, basically.
Yeah, and some of the dialogue of the film that's looking at there's one part, and I don't want to make it a spoiler, but where he goes, what did they do? And she said what they could.
Yeah,
and the way she said it, it breaks your heart. At the same time, it makes you realize where everybody was standing. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I thought you were gonna say the little kid's line, the kid with the glasses.
This is not a good time to be a Nazi.
Right.
I thought you were gonna say that one, but you know.
Yeah, or Sam Rockwell's his final lines, amazing. Just oh God, and how it ended. I just kind of like my jaw was just dropped.
Yeah,
you know, I was just. Wow, that was just amazing. So anyway, it's taken over from Young Frankenstein, and it actually took Young Frankenstein out and stomped it to death.
Well, you know, okay, so this director, I was curious. I was watching a Trevor Noah, him on the Trevor Noah show, whatever show that is.
Right, I saw it, yeah.
But it was him talking to Trevor Noah, and he was like, isn't it odd that in 2019 someone has to make a movie about how you shouldn't be a Nazi? It's like, and then the interesting thing is he said he took this story from a book that he read, and he wanted to make it kind of his own personality. But I mean, my take on him is like, so what I like about him is that he's a really good storyteller. Like, that's why I like Spielberg so much. Right. So I think he's kind of like Spielberg with a little bit of Rob Reiner because of like Spinal Tap, and then a little bit of Monty Python, and the cherry on top would be like Mel Brooks.
Right, exactly. And you know what? One thing all of these guys have in common is that they are telling the story, and they're using fairly conservative camera movements, and yet it's about the actors and the storytelling of it. You know, I mean, and everything else was just meticulous. It was all
character, really.
It wasn't super flashy.
Yeah, it was all character, and the character was also the town too.
Yeah, I mean, and there wasn't any point where you had like an incredible dolly move down the stairs, or you know, like there wasn't any of that at all to take you away from.
Well, there was one scene where they're running through the woods together. That was pretty entertaining.
That was pretty entertaining. That was pretty good. Actually, you're right. That was pretty good.
No, I mean, just the I was wondering how he pitched this to people. Like, I think I saw a short clip of him somewhere, and he said, I tried to pitch this, but then I just found it better to make people read the screenplay.
That's what he said. That's what he said on with Trevor Noah. It's like, because
that's what I saw. Yeah,
I read it. Trevor Noah also had another thing with him talking about what it was like to direct and be Hitler.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he said he was standing there screaming at people, and he was like, "Wait a minute, I'm still in the outfit.
I'm standing screaming at people. I look like Hitler." Boy, that's got to be a problem.
But one thing he said that really hit me was like, we have to keep telling these stories because if you don't, it's going to repeat itself. And I'm like, well, you kind of have to keep telling those stories because you can tell people that it's wrong, and maybe we need to avoid wars because it kills people.
Right. And following, following fascist.
Following the crazy people.
Yeah, like crazy people who could lead you into war and not know anything about war. Yeah. Oh, wow, who am I describing?
And oops, 6 million people are dead. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's what I have to say about this film. Go see this film.
Yes.
Suck it up. Go see it, Sean.
And there's some critics out there that said they didn't like this, and they suck.
What are they smoking? I mean,
I think they're taking it too seriously. They're like,
oh, well, how can you make fun of this? This is crazy.
Yeah. You know what? This is the perfect time for this film.
Yeah, it's actually what's scary about it is it kind of fits in our time.
Yeah, it does fit in our time.
Really disturbing.
Yeah. It's a wake up call.
Come on, Donald, you got to see this movie.
Yeah, Donald.
I don't know if it's gonna help, but
yeah, I don't think that he would recognize himself as the big blonde. Here, take this gun. Take that gun.
Sam Rockwell and his little buddy. I mean, how perfect was that friendship there?
And beyond.
and the guy with the glasses, I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh, they were great.
The main guy, he was just so calm. Like, what's his name? Oh God, Stephen Merchant. He played Deertz.
Right. Oh, right.
How calm he was.
Man, Stephen Merchant was amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah, I loved seeing him being rounded up in the streets too. Yeah. You gotta see this film. I can't say any more about it.
I don't have anything bad to say about it. I mean, I just said perfection. The direction was great. I mean, the fact that they mixed joy, despair, love, and making fun of Hitler.
Yeah, I mean,
somehow they made it work.
It's been a long time since I've seen an utterly perfect movie. And this is
actually one thing I like about him as an actor is that I think, I kind of like the guy that played Borat. What's his name?
Yeah. I know who you mean.
The guy that played Borat, it's like he has the same kind of sensibility, I think, but I think this guy doesn't have the ego. If that makes any sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that one of the beautiful things about this movie is it never once winks at you and says, "Hey, we're making a movie."
Yeah, with Sacha Baron Cohen, Sacha Baron Cohen would have been a little bit more over the top and more like
a little bit more crazy. Of like, I can do this, and and you know what? Maybe it's because the director was playing Hitler.
Right. Exactly. Well, I like this guy. I'm gonna go watch his other movies now because of this. I have to go back through his whole catalog basically.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw something on an entirely different subject. Vengeance.
Yes.
Friday the 13th Vengeance has passed 500,000 views.
What?
I'm not kidding. It has gotten at least 150,000 views in the last 2 days.
Wow. Is this why Jeremy Brown will not come on our show? He says he's too busy. And then Jason. Where's Jason? Where's Dustin? Where is everybody?
Where is all these people? Yeah, but here's the thing. You've talked to all those people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost got Jeremy to come on, but, he did go on somebody else's show.
Well, my argument was like, hey, come on with Jason or come on with Dustin or whoever else that'll make you comfortable. You can hold their hand.
Oh, Jason will come on in a minute.
Oh, Jason. Yeah, well, I want to talk to Jason for sure.
Well, let's grab. We'll see if we can grab him next week.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And when that DVD comes out,
vengeance will be mine.
I just had to say that. But
vengeance will be yours, but all proceeds go to the
right,
Shriners
exactly.
Hospital. Shriners Children's Hospital. Vengeance will be mine, but that's which isn't mine goes to them.
Right.
Well, yeah, I have to say that this was just the most enjoyable. We had so many problems trying to get to a theater to see this.
I know it didn't come here until like now.
Well, yeah, but the thing is the theater. There are 3 Regal theaters out here, and each one of them has a completely different set of films at them.
Oh, geez.
And for some reason, this one wasn't at the one that the app told me.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was.
That's always fun.
That was actually the other one. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of that tonight, and so they were about a half an hour apart. So that's why this ended up going so late.
Oh no, I wasn't worried about it. I just was anxious to talk about it.
Yeah, I can understand. Oh,
so I went to see this. I actually kind of found a late show the other night, and I was like the only one in the theater.
Really?
So it was 9:20, and it was in one of those smaller theaters that has about 100 seats.
Yeah.
And I was by myself the whole time.
Wow.
So I felt like I was like a, I don't know, celebrity in my really stinky theater.
I'm the king of piss.
Right.
Yeah, boy, that's that's a character right there, all on its own.
The king of piss and vinegar, I would say, actually.
Ooh, there you go. Well,
so what's your rating? You said it was 5. I guess
absolutely as high as I possibly can go.
See, I think I remember we did what we did in the Shadows, and I think I actually like that movie more after watching this one too. So, I mean, it's weird because I think I have more respect for them.
Huh?
Yeah. I think I give it a 5 for sure. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just the thing is, I think this is the first time that I mean, Young Frankenstein is my favorite film of all time, and this is the first one that I thought to myself that maybe I should have made Young Frankenstein a 4.9, so I had this to go above it because it's that good. It is really honestly that good. You got to go see this.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's like they took the DNA of, the entire Monty Python cast, Mel Brooks, Rob Reiner, and all the cast from Spinal Tap, and mixed it all up in a blender, and out came this director.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, anyway.
That's a weird way to put it, but anyway.
That was a pretty weird way. See,
wouldn't that be great if I had if we were like so popular that they would put us on the back of like DVDs, like, Kurt Thomas said, it's like the DNA from blah, blah, blah.
Kurt said, Dream Warrior Review gives it 2 thumbs straight up. I thought it was a 5. And so did Kurt. Well, there you go.
Coming up, I think we have a very exciting guest. Should we talk about that guy?
Yeah, I think that we should.
Because he has kind of a connection with you in a weird way from his childhood. Jordan made a Critters fan film that we've already talked about.
We have talked about it, and we loved it a lot.
And he was obsessed with Critters, and he was like saying, "Oh, I love the town that they built in Critters 2, and I like all this other stuff." And he was like giving all the credit to the director, and I'm like, "Wait a minute.
He
needs to talk to Mick."
So now we can get him on and talk about it.
Yes, and I want to hear his story, and I'm a late blooming clitoris fan. Critters fan.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I'll probably cut that out. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a late blooming Critters fan.
Critters fan. Yeah.
No, but I think I really liked his fan film, and he seems like he's the guy that directed Thanksgiving. I have to mention that, and like so, I'm really interested to talk to him, and so he's going to review a movie with us.
There's so many things that I want to talk to him about. So there we go.
It'll be a good one. So that'll be coming up in our near future.
That's right. So stay tuned.
And it's only $25 to listen to it. No, I'm just kidding.
Such a deal. Such a deal. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. And like I say, go see this film.
Yes. Or die, you Nazi swine!
Enough said.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.